Hello and welcome to this great matchup today on VRML Channel 2. This is the first of 3 European matchups today, and then we will have 3 more North American matchups following that. I'm Sputnik Cobra, and I'm with my co-casters Swift and SoMuchForSubtlety on camera. How are you doing today, Swift?
I am doing very well, and I hope to see some great matchups today, and I do expect them. Just looking at them here, first of all, we've got Smash Dash versus Alpha Ducks over here, which is going to be a great matchup. I mean, the guys on Smash Dash are great in terms of their status on the leaderboard, and Alpha Ducks are a little bit below them in terms of that, but I mean, I know either could pull ahead in this game just because of personal experience. And then Alpha Ducks versus Washed Up again, that could go either way. Washed Up coming in newer to the bracket, as we mentioned earlier in the pre-show. But yeah, again, that could go either way. And then we've got Team Gravity versus Alpha Ducks. So yeah, just overall really great matches.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to some great matchups today, and this is only the first one of the day. We have 2 more for Europe. It's going to be an action-packed day on VRML Channel 2. We are running alongside our parent channel, VRML Channel 1, with Palidore and SirDimwi casting. And we will do our best to deliver you great casts on this channel too today.
And we will, because it is our duty to. So we will give you a good cast, damn it.
I mean, you could start stomping your feet on the ground and going, we will rock you, but if I say a few more phrases from that, I think we'll get copyright struck.
Luckily it's Twitch, I don't think they're as strict, but we are kicking it off, it looks like, already here. So Neutral Joust kicking off, and yeah.
And with this Neutral Joust countdown underway, we are about to get started with this first round and this first game matchup between Smash Dash and Alpha Ducks.
Alright, so first of all, gotta mention Alpha Ducks first to that boost, although Smash Dash briefly picking that up there. So Alpha Ducks have got this great stack on offense between, I believe it is Lilrad and Ninja Knight, or Martin, it's one of the two. Either way, Lilrad being one of those strikers very prominent that you must just keep covered at all times, because otherwise, I mean, he's just going to come down from the ceiling and almost every single time get that goal. But we see this classic passing play from Alpha Ducks, and that already a great save from Street Boo, of course also known for his amazing defensive plays. So already kicking it off with a great show.
And with a great read, had his hand in the right place, predicting it before it even left the hand of the shooter. So we'll sail towards mid, be picked up by that fast boost from Smash Dash.
And
we'll send a short pass.
Dej will pass it back to Street Boo, and looking to just pass it up again, taking their time with it, very calm and collected. Sendo Target though is left uncovered, but unfortunately that pass just missing, and Sendo Target getting briefly stunned away before Smash Dash tried to recollect, although a couple stuns may deny it. And yes, this will be Alpha Ducks now recollecting. Lilrad looking for that 3-point shot, and it is just going to bounce off the shield straight into Smash Dash's hands.
And will be picked up on the ceiling as Martin III tries to avoid this defender, try and find a pass. It will bounce off the Geo and be a scramble for possession, going into the hands of Smash Dash with the clear through tube.
And here just a scramble for the disc. Martin on his own, but no, it's going to be Sendo Target with that stack. A one-on-one, no, but Martin III is going to come in with a clutch stun, but Street Boo picking it up straight away. And then Dej handing it off to Slin and dunking it right on into that left corner. So the first goal going to Smash Dash. Takes almost 2 minutes. This is going to be a great game, I can just tell.
Possession going back and forth. So much time off the clock and so few points. So with that possession going to Alpha Ducks with Joust advantage, looking to put points on this board and tie it up. 7 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Sending that pass through mid into the hands of Little Red. Little Red trying to find that pass along the wall. Will still along the geometry. It'll be shot back up towards the ceiling, bouncing into the trap, and be picked up by Martin III. Under heavy pressure, he will lose it and will be cleared through tube.
Yeah, and Dage clearing it away because he knows that his teammates have got a great stack there, but just missing the diamond there on the bounce shot. And now Dage trying to recollect here. Does get stunned out though by AlphaDuck's stack. Slin trying to recollect, and now again it's just a brawl for the disc, but Lilrad getting the slap away back into the smash dash half, though unfortunately Stoty not being able to get his hands on it just yet.
So we'll go into the hands of Slin. Slin under pressure from ahead, sending it along the wall. It will bounce off the Geo, missing the goal from behind. And it will go into the hands of Smash Dash's player Street Boo, sending it back to Sendo Target. Sendo Target finding his spacing, sending it right back to Street Boo, getting that stun on the defender, creating positioning in the bubble, and trying to find the angle, and getting the slam dunk will be Street Boo with the assist from Dage.
Great job there by Dage, finding the pass back Street Boo after he was left uncovered down below, snuck himself below the defense of AlphaDucks there, and briefly makes the pass, which is, I mean, it's all that they look for there. Smash Dash very, very calm and collected on that offense. They're just looking for time, and Dage manages to get this stun, although unfortunately his arm is away, and they will just hold this back as Slin is on a little bit of a 1v3, although unfortunately AlphaDucks leave that pass uncovered even after he's being stunned. Of course, he's still going to come back, so Street Boo now finding Slin after the back out, and Slin going to walk this up for the two-pointer, but no, there's Martin again with a great steal, but no, the clear goes straight into Street Boo's hands. Martin again getting stunned out by Slin. Slin trying to find that pass to Dage, does get it, and Dage going for the backwards dunk, but unfortunately just doesn't find the target.
And it will be a self-clear. It will go into the hands of Slin. Slin will try and find that pass along the floor. The stack from AlphaDucks will not find it, but they'll have enough time to get it off the ceiling. So with possession, they're looking to put points on this board. They're down by 4, almost halftime on this first round. Without any pressure, Ninja Knight to take it through Tube. Looking behind him, expecting this boost to come in. Finding that cross pass, and the shot will be Little Brad from Ninja Knight. 2 points on the board, a 2-point game. 5 minutes on the clock.
Good job there by Lil Rad, of course. Again, just finding the pass is basically what's going to get the 2 points. The defense there by Smash Dash, they kind of did all they could, although would like to see some more diving from the goalie at that point. But of course, hindsight is absolutely everything, and of course, in that pressured situation, it's very difficult to make the decision. Slin though, going for that 3-point shot, very bold move. Stoty is a great goalie, getting that clear eventually after he does get stunned away. But the disc goes flying into the Smash Dash half, and it is going to be recollected by Dage. They're just passing it back here, trying to play the time down. 4 minutes remaining still, and only a 2-point lead by Smash Dash, so still quite a timely one, but Slin extending it there with that clear and boost, and then Slin grabs it and slams it in from behind.
Slin adding 2 more points to that lead, keeping a nice breathing room from AlphaDucks. AlphaDucks down by 4. 4 minutes on the clock. They can completely and utterly come back from this. They can even win this with the 6 points. They have the time. They just need to make the passes and get towards that bubble.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to see a little bit more passing, just generally, from AlphaDucks here. There's a lot of trying to walk it up by themselves, and although a lot of these passes are getting intercepted, but that one getting to Lilrad, and that is why you never leave Lilrad uncovered. He just sneaks on in from upside down on the ceiling. Of course, it becomes much more difficult to see him once he's upside down when he's on the ceiling. And he's able to get past that defense and sneak in behind for the open pass. So now only 2 points behind are AlphaDucks.
And with Joust advantage, they'll send it through mid. It will go into the hands of Dage. Trying to find that pass. It will bounce off the Geo. A scramble for possession. Sendo will be able to find it. Sending it back for that reset. Getting some breathing room so they can set up their offense. 3 minutes on the clock. Down by 2. Sending that cross pass to Street Boo. Slin with possession. Sending it down to Dage on the Geo. And Dage not able to find that pass back to the player approaching shield. And will go into the hands of AlphaDucks.
Well, there you go. So I was wondering when they were going to get that stack and take advantage of the missed passes at the moment that are coming. I mean, very uncommonly usually from Smash Dash. Actually, this one's stolen by Slin. The 3-point shot just missing, but the stack might be the savior. But yeah, we really need to see a lot more taking advantage of the mistakes over from Smash Dash, because otherwise they're not really going to make it. But StreetBoo going for the shot, saved by the incredible Stoti in goal.
And it will be a scramble for possession at mid. It's still down by 2. Alpha Ducks needs to put points on the board. They need to make this defensive stop, and they need to play in transition and get downfield. So Slin with that pass to StreetBoo. StreetBoo sending that pass up to the post, and the shot from Dej. Another 2 points, a 4-point lead. It's looking harder and harder for Alpha Ducks as this clock winds down.
Absolutely great shot placement there by Dej, just in the top corner. Stoty's a very, very difficult goalie to get past, and but Dej has what it takes, of course, and the Smash Dash offense do have what it takes. And again, we just need to see some more taking advantage of the mistakes, because Smash Dash are making some that Alpha Ducks can benefit from. They just need to stack a little bit quicker and get those passes through. Although this one looks like it's going to be collected by Smash Dash and the Alpha Ducks bubble, but the triple ding and it won't be in, and then Lil Rad will slap it away.
Down by 4, almost a minute on the clock, 70 seconds. Alpha Ducks needs to get possession. They need to get 3s, and they need to follow it up with another 2. So with possession, Stoti sitting along the floor to Little Rad to the wall, to Martin, and Martin to mid, to Stoti up to ceiling. But losing possession, it will be another scramble for that disc. It will send back to Ninja Knight to shield. Not missing that not making that pass. Another scramble for possession, an incredibly quick flurry of punches and exchanges, and it will sail back towards that bubble of Alpha Ducks.
That defense is absolutely incredible from Smash Dash. You saw that, but that 3-point shot coming in from Matt in the third. Timely there, taking advantage of them not being a goalie. 35 seconds remaining. It's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to take a Smash Dash. It's going to take a mistake from Smash Dash here to get Alpha Ducks to win. But you saw the incredible defense from Smash Dash right before that. As soon as there's an open pass, Smash Dash immediately have that covered. And now Dej looking for that clear over onto the biggie block. But Sendo is left with an open goal, and he's going to dunk that one in. And that is going to seal round 1 for Smash Dash.
So in this first matchup of the day on VRML Channel 2 for the European Division, we are through with the first round. Smash Dash taking it by 3 points over Alpha Ducks.
And just some great plays from both teams. Again, I would love to see a little bit more. I mean, Alpha Ducks were really turning up their passing game there towards the end. You saw the offensive play they tried to make, but unfortunately just missed that pass onto Lil Rad, which unfortunately lost them the disc. But they are making some great decisions. Martin choosing to pass it back right after they lost possession, and the slap back and the recognition is there from Alpha Ducks. Just the missed passes from Smash Dash that come occasionally in the Alpha Ducks half, they do need to be taken advantage of, otherwise Smash Dash are just going to constantly score that over and over again. But maybe Alpha Ducks are just warming up. We saw them really turn it up towards the end of that round, so let's see if they can come in with the same momentum into round 2.
Definitely. And Lil Rad said this to me the other day. He said that we never play good in our first round. We always have to warm up. So as we approach the second round, we get to see Lil Rad warm up. We get to see if he's going to be the player that he says he's going to be, if his team's going to perform like they do. The first round is never their forte. Let's see if they can take it in the second.
Absolutely. And I believe that they will be able to as we kick off this neutral joust into round 2. Just very, very minor tweaks that need to be made on Alpha Ducks. Or maybe they're just still warming up. Who knows? Well, we're about to find out, as Smash Dash this time is going to be first to the disc. I think Alpha Ducks may be messing up their joust there. That pass coming in immediately to Sendo target, but Ninja Knight is on the wrong guy, unfortunately, and that's going to be sent straight into the goal after the pass from Dej.
Able to quickly get possession off that neutral joust, get their positioning in the bubble, outplay this defense for the moment, and find the shot. It's a 2-point lead to Smash Dash.
Absolutely, can't be too critical of that. The first 2 points, or even the first 3, it can be hard really to criticize after all of the pressure that they're under. And speaking of pressure, there's Smash Dash again putting in some incredible pressure on the offensive, on the defense. Sorry, and Slin coming in with that 20-meter shot with that immediate clear and boost. And immediately a 3-point shot. So 5 points ahead already, just a minute in for Smash Dash.
If Alpha Ducks is going to warm up, they need to start warming up now. They need to get into rhythm. They need to shift into the upper gear, and they need to keep up with Smash Dash.
Answer that question in the chat. Yes, winners do get everything, so you know everybody is looking for that day, and that's a great save from StreetBoo off the shot from Lil Rad. But who's going to be first on the stack? Actually, it's going to be the Leech coming into the defense there. By Martin III, who's just going to cover that goal. In fact, it's going to be stolen out here by Lil Rad after the stun.
So Ninja Knight with possession, sending it slowly up to Stody in the tube. Stody not under pressure yet, taking his time, sending it cross court into the hands of Lil Rad as they approach this bubble. And Lil Rad trying to find that pass, but the goalie there, StreetBoo, reading it, coming out of goal, finding it, getting the clear, and now the stack goes downfield to meet it. They have the positional advantage. They just need to capitalize on it, and they'll lose possession. It will be slapped up off the wall through tube into the hands of Stody.
And there you go. There's the defense there from Alpha Ducks that we've been wanting to see. The stack comes back immediately to prevent the 3-point shot like we saw before. But on offense, maybe a bit of miscommunication there. He had an open pass to Stody, although he tried to cross it through 2 defenders. So maybe just need to take a little bit more time with it if possible.
And with all the time in the world, they're going to send it to the floor. StreetBoo up by 5. Smash Dash is looking pretty fine and getting that cross pass, but not able to capitalize and finalize it. But getting the rebound, Slin looking to take it into the goal, getting the bounce off the head of a player on defense. It will bounce off the backboard, be reclaimed, and it will be cleared out through mid.
It'll be pretty close actually here. Lil Rad opting for that Leech, forcing them to clear it away. So really good job there from Lil Rad, forcing it into the hands of Alpha Ducks, and then sending that shot through into the bottom of the goal. And now just 3 points behind Alpha Ducks. A really good play there by Lil Rad onto that Leech, forcing the pressure so that they can't get any of that time that they definitely need on defense just to get that you know, recovered in their half. So they weren't able to do that, and that caused the turnover and the goal from Alpha Ducks. So really good job.
So it will be a missed pass to that tube. It will go into the hands of Stody. Alpha Ducks needs this break. They'll send a clear, but it will bounce off the Geo back to the hands of Smash Dash. Smash Dash will look for a mail slot. It will bounce off the shield, off the nest. It's a scramble for possession as Martin III gets it off the ceiling and sends it back to the bubble.
And Stody here looking for that great pass to Lil Rad. Lil Rad actually opting for the 3-point shot, but a little bit bold. StreetBoo being in the way. Again, should have just taken a little bit more time with it. Just wait for your teammates to get down, because here comes the clear and boost from Slin and Sendo target, but unfortunately just going to be stunned out there. The great back pass though to StreetBoo, and then the pass to Slin. But what a save there from Stody, and it's going to be the clear. But again, it's going to be Smash Dash coming to it first. Lil Rad again following shortly behind, putting some pressure on there, actually getting a couple stuns, but sending it into the hands of Stody. Stody actually getting stunned again by the Smash Dash stack. So Smash Dash having the speed on their side this game, it looks like, but maybe not the accuracy on the stacks. I mean, speed comes at the cost of the accuracy of your stacks, but then here comes a 3-point shot, unfortunately just not on target. But yeah, they do need to capitalize on that, and Lil Rad doing that very well, just forcing them to clear that straight into the Alpha Ducks hands yet again. Unfortunately not capitalizing off this one just yet. Stody finding this one, looking for this pass to Martin, but he is covered, and then that pass to Ninja Knight is also. So again, really good defense here from Smash Dash, covering absolutely every opportunity. Ninja Knight baiting a little bit here, getting the disc, and then the pass to Stody coming through with the open goal, and the 3-point shot is going to equalize 5 minutes in for Alpha Ducks.
I didn't see how they got possession or how they had that positional advantage, but Smash Dash has to be kicking themselves for allowing that pass to get through and allowing that three-point shot to come through and tie it up.
I believe it was just a misread off the tunnel. It bouncing down straight into Ninja Knight's hands as the stack went straight through. And there's a great steal from Lil Rad, and that might be pivotal, but unfortunately the 3-point shot just missing there. Is looking to go into Stoty's hands here, but the defense is already here from Smash Dash. I'd like to see a little bit of time being played by Alpha Ducks, and that's very well played, but StreetBoo with a great save, who's going to save that one very well for Alpha Ducks, and then the turnover is going to cause the 2-point lead again from Smash Dash. They're just incredibly quick on these turnovers and the clear and boosts, and they're really capitalizing on this. and making the 2-point lead yet again. There's still 4 minutes remaining for AlphaDux, and they do seem to have turned up their game this time. So let's see what they do now that they have the Joust advantage.
So with this Joust advantage, they'll immediately send it off the ceiling to Stody. They're going to hold possession in their backcourt, try and pull this defense out of position, try and pull that incredibly strong smash dash stack out of position to create a positional advantage for their offense as they approach this bubble. And sending it back will bounce off the ceiling. It will be read and picked up by Stody as they look to find these passes in the bubble and start their offense.
Yeah, and very well played there by AlphaDux, taking a little bit more time with it, but unfortunately finding a pass that is very well covered again by Smash Dash, and the stack again being faster, and Sendo Target gonna slot that in for the 2 yet again. So AlphaDux, they need to try and get at least a couple of leeches if they're not able to get the boosts, or at least stop the stacks and really focus on the stack there from Smash Dash on the turnovers, because that is really costing them this game.
Smash Dash just has such an incredibly versatile defense, able to play bubble defense, get set up in their positions, play quickly in transition, get their boost and their stack moving, and quickly recover themselves once they get stunned. So incredibly quick play from Smash Dash as Stody gets possession, sending it to 2. It won't be immediately caught, but it will be picked up by Little Rad. Little Rad sending it back to Bowtie. And under pressure, you see the Smash Dash stack. Full court pressure, not allowing AlphaDux to get any room to breathe, not allowing them to get set up, and just keeping them flustered.
Good job there from Ninja Knight, and then Lil Rad up there, keeping the goalie in check, and the pass coming in through, and that is going to be that dunk by Lil Rad after the pass from Martin. So very, very well played there from AlphaDux, keeping the player up there, Lil Rad, keeping the goalie and the defenders in check, pushing one of the defenders up to him, and I think he got the stun there, and after the call, gets the disc and then slams it straight in. And now they're only 2 points behind and 2 minutes remaining. They've got plenty of time, as long as Smash Dash, that is to say, extends this lead yet again, as they do have an open pass to Slin, and that shot is just going to ding away. But this is one of the mistakes that needs to be capitalized on with the stack from AlphaDux, but it isn't going to be, and it's going to be the pass to Sendo Target again behind the goal, and they're now back 4 points ahead of AlphaDux.
As soon as AlphaDux makes a good move, as soon as they get a break, Smash Dash comes right back with their incredibly quick transitional play and just puts points right back on that board.
Yeah, Lil Rad and Martin there. They're stacking and boosting straight from the initial joust there. Ninja Knight, though, unfortunately missing the disc, and that is going to be very, very costly, as that is going to be cleared away. And this time, it looks like they are going to get a little bit of a delay there, but Lil Rad losing the disc to Slin. Martin the third is back for that pass, but he isn't going to be intercepting that one. Unfortunately, not able to read the pass. I think he was ready for the dive, but just wasn't really focused on the player, and wasn't able to make the save as a result.
So with this 5-point lead to Smash Dash in the second round, Smash Dash is looking more and more likely that they will take this in 2. So it will be a stun out along that floor. Sendo Target will get possession, send the clear through mid, will bounce off the Geo and be no man's disc as this Smash Dash stack comes in, boosting, and finds the shot off the backboard Dej at 24 meters.
So that one is definitely likely to seal it now for Smash Dash. Unfortunately, AlphaDux, they weren't able to beat the speed, the pure speed, and then the accuracy there at the end with all of the shots and the passes. AlphaDux just not able to get past it. And although they're trying to beat them on speed, they're trying to force it through here, especially with this stack, and that one actually going to be slammed in for 2 points, but it's not enough, and Smash Dash are going to come ahead at least with this first game. But AlphaDux, we're going to see them all day today for all 3 games in Europe. We're going to see them, so we get to see if they might play any better next game. They're against Washed Up next game to try and prove themselves. Again, they're not out yet, but they just need to come ahead a little bit.
And they will definitely try to do that. Looking at these stats, we've got Slin with 7 points, Sendo with 8 points, Street Boo with 6 points, and Dej with 5 points, and assists all across the board. 6 saves to Street Boo, and they were all nice. 33 stuns to Sendo, 45 stuns to Slin. Slin definitely loves brawling, and you can see it there. Ninja Knight coming away with 3 assists, 26 stuns. Little Rad with 8 points, 3 saves. Stody with 5 points and 4 saves. And Martin III coming in with 3 points and 43 stuns.
Yeah, and AlphaDux there at the end. Speaking of stuns, Martin III coming ahead with the game high of stuns and trying to get the stacks away from Smash Dash right at the very end. Unfortunately, though, just not quick enough on the stun and not quick enough on their own stack, it seems like. So that is unfortunately gonna come away with the Smash Dash victory. So let's see if AlphaDux can improve this against Washed Up.
Definitely. Let's see what they can do. As this tournament advances, we are approaching the second round. This is the end of the first round. The first game of the first round of this European matchup today on VRML Channel 2. So Smash Dash will take this game against AlphaDux, and we will await our next game. So we hope you'll stay tuned. We hope you'll be with us all day, and we can't wait to share these games with you. And with that being said, I'm Sputnik Cobra. I'm joined by Swift, my co-caster, and SoMuchForSubtlety on cameras, and we'll see you soon. Hello and welcome to the second matchup of today for the European Division on VRML Channel 2. I am Sputnik Cobra and I'm joined by my co-casters Swift and SoMuchForSubtlety on cams. We will be watching in orange, Washed Up versus Alpha Ducks in blue. And this is a very special day. It is the birthday of Finn. Finn, a member of Washed Up and a longtime Echo Arena player. So we wish her a happy birthday, and we hope that everyone in chat wishes her a happy birthday and chimes in with the birthday celebrations and well wishes.
Absolutely, and I hope we catch them. I think they're going to sing happy birthday again at the end, because I don't think we caught it on stream when they all did it in game, but that was pretty funny. Anyway, as we kick off this neutral joust, we saw Alpha Ducks play Smash Dash last game and Washed Up playing Gravity. Both teams losing, but not by a long shot, and already the speed coming in from that headbutt, and it is going to be pretty neutral. Boop though, going for this grab, and just going to get that cleared away, that clear and boost actually. Pass going in to Taco, and it's going to be straight in from behind. So Taco and Bad Internet already showing some of that great synergy that we saw previously from them, as they were previously in Jesters in VRML quite a long time ago now actually, after they split up, but we can see that's still there, that team synergy.
That it is, and Joust advantage will be in the hands of Alpha Ducks. They're down by 2 to start off this first round in this second game of today on VRML Channel 2. I can't forget that. So we'll be picked up by this boosting stack of Washed Up. Washed Up looking to approach that goal, getting the juke from the shield, and finding the shot will be Bad Internet by the way. And we'll find that shot at 5 meters.
That double punch there initially coming in from Taco, stunning the defender on shield and the goalie, buying a lot of time to put more pressure onto the Alpha Ducks defense, as were the rest of Washed Up. I think it was Boop and Finn there flying in just to put a little bit more pressure before they took that shot after baiting the three-pointer. So very, very good start here by Washed Up. Yeah, all grouped up a little bit here, and the stack is actually completely lost here at mid, but the backwards the backwards dunk is lost for Finn as she tries to style a little bit there, but not quite coming through. Lil Rad now with the three-pointer just missing there. The second shot though coming in out off the ding, so again a great return now by Alpha Ducks after they did get they got stunned away at mid, and that actually caused them to be able to recollect the disc after Finn tried to style a little bit there with the disc, not really quite working out. So now it's going to be Washed Up with the joust advantage.
And it will be sent down court. They'll go for the shot. It will bounce off the backboard, off the back wall, be slapped down to that nest. Under pressure, Ninja Knight will fall back, send that pass up, and then the pass to that backline player. Stody under pressure will send it right back to Ninja Knight. They are playing with fire right now. They have to get it out of their backfield, and they're getting very close to the stack. They'll find that pass through mid. Little Rad sending it off the upper geometry, but not able to find the goal, and it's back into the hands of Washed Up.
Already seeing Alpha Ducks a little bit more collected than they were against Smash Dash. I think they're probably quite a bit more warmed up now than they were before. Stody now coming in for the two-pointer, but coming off the head of Bad Internet just after being dunked in again by Stody. So a little bit of a lucky save, I think, coming in there from Bad Internet, but recollected and dunked in there by Stody again. And now it's going to be Alpha Ducks taking the lead, and that dunk now becoming very costly and might come to haunt Finn at the end of the game.
So Boop 90 with possession, receiving that pass from the quarterback. Finn in the upper field with possession, finding that cross pass to Bad Internet. Bad Internet immediately sending it right back to Boop, looking to get this offense started, getting their positioning setting up, and trying to get this defense out of position. They'll lose possession, and Little Red will pick it up and try for that long shot off the upper geometry, but he will lose it to Boop 90 as they try to find this pass, and they try to get their offense started.
I don't know what happened there, whether Taco just let go of his trigger or what, or he put his hand through the floor. Something happened, and it's a very costly loss there from Taco, not able to get that offense after it was all set up. Bad Internet trying to progress, but not quite working out. Everybody's stunned. It's going to be Taco now slapping it to Finn. A good pass there, and now they're just trying to back this up and wait as the rest of Washed Up come in here, and Bad Internet finding an open spot, and the pass to Boop, and that's going to be an open goal and a 3-point shot, and that's Washed Up taking the lead again now by 2 points.
Torin coming in chat asking, did Alpha Ducks win? Alpha Ducks lost the previous game to Smash Dash in 2 rounds.
Yeah, but we did see them fight back towards the end quite a bit more than we saw them before. We saw a couple goals at the end, I think just because they were rushing to get the goal because there was about 20 seconds left or so, and they were down about 2 points, 2 or 3 points. So just rushing to get the goal cost them again, which did advance the lead a little bit more than it would have been otherwise. This pass being recognized by Stoty very well now, and being covered greatly after that stun, but Boop is actually going to intercept this. Boop, of course, being one of the longest players, in fact, the longest player in this game, I believe. Martin only coming, the only one to come close. Actually, Ninja Knight stealing this away on the defense of Alpha Ducks briefly, but it is going to bounce straight back into Taco's hands, and now the stack from Washed Up, and Finn almost taking the 3-point shot, now just recognizing there's a goalie there, and the pass from Boop comes in, and the 2-point shot is made on the open goal after forcing the goalie out. So really good play there from Washed Up.
Washed Up able to make mincemeat out of this defense. Alpha Ducks just not able to keep up with this pace. They had 2 defenders challenge that disc carrier in the bubble, leaving that exposed goal for the open 2.
Now Lilrad looking for the quick pass, unfortunately missing there, and now it's going to be Washed Up again on the offense, and it's looking almost identical to what we saw before with Smash Dash. Washed Up just have a great stack on their hands, and that is definitely causing them this win, as well as all the great passing accuracy. And Alpha Duck's just not able to make it to the goal, and not able to get the pass actually at the start, as initially. I mean, they were recognizing that Washed Up, they do have a great stack, so they tried to respond to that with an even quicker pass, but unfortunately not quite working out. So now it looks like they're trying a little bit of a slower play, but that shot actually being forced a little bit through a defender, and Finn's going to be left with an open goal, and that's going to extend it again by 3 points. So I don't even know what happened there, but Alpha Ducks, I mean, they took a shot on the goalie from miles away. I'm not sure if Martin saw the goalie or not, but I mean, that's definitely cost them that lead, and that's a very, very big lead of 9 points now for Washed Up.
So it will be joust advantage back to Alpha Ducks. Alpha Ducks down by a lot, and they'll lose it here, and the shot will ring out off the crossbar as it bounces. Will be picked up by Stoty. Stoty under pressure, sending along the floor up to Ninja Knight, and Ninja Knight is not going to be able to find that pass through mid as it bounces off the Geo back towards the bubble.
Good job there by Martin, sending out Taco, just so they can get a little bit more time. And that great shot from Lilrad, but it is just going to bounce off the post. Very, very close there from Lilrad. Couldn't have been closer. And Boop here just trying to walk this up, and the clear and boost coming in from Taco and Boop. Boop recollecting it now, and Taco coming in for the open pass, and he is there, but the shot is saved by Lilrad. Very nice save there, but Boop trying to contest, and again doing exactly that, and grabbing the disc and just slamming it in from behind again. So yeah, now that's an incredible 11-point lead by Washed Up. It looks like they're definitely going to take this first round, but we really need to see Alpha Ducks step this up if they want to win the second.
As Washed Up is really coming away with this first round, they may have a mercy if they keep this rhythm up. They'll get the stun in the backfield, they'll get possession, Boop 90 on the floor, looking for that pass, sending it up to Finn. Finn with that cross pass and that steezy behind the back shot. It will bounce off the goalkeeper's face, and they'll have another attempt at this goal as they'll send that anchor shot. Bad internet finding it at 8 meters, being awarded that 3 off the anchor shot, and that's just salt in the wound of Alpha Ducks as they try and close out this first round.
It looked almost there like Stoty was in absolute agony of not being able to save that shot, holding his hands out there. I don't think he was stunned. I think it was just a little bit of a missed grab or something. I don't know. But nevertheless, I mean, Alpha Ducks do have an opportunity on offense now, recognizing that pass that's briefly covered by Washed Up, but a very, very quick one there. A quick pass to Stotty, and that is going to be another 2 points for Alpha Ducks. They may have time to come back here. Actually, no, I don't think they do.
No, they don't.
So
I'm gonna cut it and just they don't. There's no way they can come back, but they can keep it together. They can maintain momentum and carry themselves into the second round with clear heads, ready to take the second round because they just weren't able to keep up with Washed Up. Washed Up just really playing a faster offense and defense, quicker play in transition, and they just came away with this first round.
Yeah, and it seems like the pace of Washed Up, along with a couple of mistakes from Alpha Ducks, actually, we saw the jousts being missed a couple of times, and the passes, and a couple of shots as well, just being missed and being saved. Maybe could be better on the shot placement. So just minor mistakes that are costing them this loss. But I mean, hopefully they can learn from it and learn to counter on round 2. I mean, this is going to be a very similar playstyle, at least from what I can see so far. Very similar playstyle between Smash Dash and Washed Up. So they played pretty similar teams with the in terms of the stacks twice in a row. So yeah, let's see if here on the 4th round of playing like similar playstyle, they can see if they can counter it now.
They're gonna have to figure out what they need to do, and they're gonna have to change it up. They're gonna have to change up their play, their pacing, getting their bubble offense set up, playing methodically. Whatever they've been doing has not been working. They've been giving up possession. They've been going for these long shots. We saw that from Alpha Ducks in the first round loss to Smash Dash. They just need to change it up, and they need to find some success.
Absolutely, they do. And maybe taking a little bit of a minute here to just recollect their thoughts and make up a little bit of a better strategy here against Washed Up. So yeah, they really just need to take this time, basically just to think. We're seeing, if we go to the stats here, not actually that much difference in possession, not as much as I actually thought. It's 53 to 47% to Washed Up, so just barely taking that. But Washed Up taking almost 70% of the shots, so and also 57% of the saves there. So yeah, great offense and defense here by Washed Up in this headbutt. Coming very quickly into the Alpha Ducks half, missing a couple of hands there of the Alpha Ducks defense. The pass comes into Taco, but what a save by Stotty, and it seems like they want to carry this momentum through, but the stack is stunned out very, very well, and that's going to buy Washed Up so much time here on this defense. They can get so much time with this clear and boost, and oh, this time it's actually going to be stopped very quickly by Alpha Ducks. It comes in pretty close now, and Finn coming in to try and get that stun, but Stotty with a good block, but it's going to be again recollected by Internet. It goes off the head of somebody on Alpha Ducks and then bounces back into Finn's hands, and great defense now by Alpha Ducks. That clear though, unfortunately, just going into the mid line, but it's briefly recollected yet again. I can't even speak fast enough for what's going on right now, and now Boop and Finn looking for another opportunity, and this time it is going to be in. But great defense initially there by Alpha Ducks, just unfortunately the clear into the top middle wasn't really the right play. It seemed that they were looking for a bit of a clear and boost, but just in the wrong spot, as there was a Washed Up member there ready to take the disc as soon as they cleared it.
You see how incredibly strong this Washed Up stack is. They're playing defense. They're playing a boosting stack defense all the way up the court, but it will be in the hands of Alpha Ducks as they look to get this offense started, trying to find that pass on the upper geo, and it will sail into the hands of Stotty. Stotty will set it up, and they'll not be able to capitalize on that attempt, the one-on-one attempt on the goalie. So we'll be back in the hands of Washed Up. Washed Up looking for that shot on the upper geo. Not going to be able to find as it bounces off the crossbar. They'll pick it right back up, sending it right down to goal, and Stotty will be there to pick it up and go for the clear.
That was almost the signature Boop shot. I don't know if it came from Boop himself, but it was one. And there comes Taco at the back line here, stunning out a couple of the Alpha Ducks defense, which will buy more time for Washed Up again, and will leave time for Bad Internet to just walk this into the 2-point zone. So really good recognition there by Taco at the back line. Not sure if we got that on the cam, but I definitely saw it. He was at the back stunning that stack and bought them a lot of time yet again. So Washed Up playing this very well on the offense and doing a very good job at the back line and midfield as well. So Stoty and Martin here just passing it around the back, trying to take a little bit of time. Lillerad again on the ceiling, a little bit too far up. They are stacked on the bow tie, ready for that pass to intercept. And now splitting apart, so now it's going to be a pass to Ninja Knight, but he's going to be stunned out by Taco. And Boop with the pass to Bad Internet, who's left with not quite an open goal. There's Stoty at the back line, and there's a good recognition there from Martin. Going for the shot opportunity very briefly before being stunned out by Boop. And it's going to be recollected yet again by AlphaDux. Lillerad trying to take a little bit of time with it, and the pass is very well covered. Stoty was covered completely there. Bad Internet now looking for the shot, but it's just going to bounce off and straight back into his hands. Going to look for the second opportunity, and he is going to make it this time for the 3 points. They're now 7 points ahead. Come on, AlphaDux, it's just about finishing and finding the pass. But again, Washed Up, they're doing such a good job on defense. And as well as stacking, they stun the back stack almost every single time, leaving only one pass for the Washed Up defense to cover, which, I mean, is pretty easy to do when they have as good as a stack as they did. And here comes another intercept from Washed Up, so it's just an absolute beating right now. And this shot not quite going through, but by Bad Internet. But it's looking to be recollected yet again. Oh no, but it misses the hands again. But Lillerad being able to slap this back and take a little bit more time. Here, the clear and boost again is stopped away by Boop, and then that stack by Finn again. So the stun's being used very, very well by Washed Up to win this round. Not quite yet, but I mean, they're definitely looking to at the moment.
So we'll go into the hands of Stoty. Stoty will try and find that pass. It will be missed by a player off the Geo. It'll be back in the hands of Washed Up. Washed Up with this 7-point lead. Moving in slowly to pick it up will be Finn. It will be a handoff between Boop and Finn. They'll get a stun on a defender. And now they're just running down this clock. They're just trying to get advantageous spacing for a long three or maybe some type of steezy shot. But they're not under pressure. They'll miss that pass. And that will be what this. They won't be able to find the clear, and it's just securely in the hands of Washed Up. Washed Up is just maintaining possession and just really dominating this defense.
I'm not sure if that was a shot from Bad Internet or if it was supposed to be a back pass, but that did come through quite far away from the goal there. Taco now just looking to walk this up on a 1-on-2 versus Martin and Stoty, but Martin briefly getting the stun, but Bad Internet taking back the disc again, and now it's a 3v2. Bad Internet looking for that shot, and he is going to get it. And again, it's looking like an absolute sweep here by Washed Up in the second round.
I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm agreeing with you. I don't know what else to say. AlphaDux is just having such a hard time keeping up with the pace that Washed Up is putting forward. AlphaDux can't play as quickly in transition, they can't establish and find their boosts as quickly, and they can't recognize these changes in pace. And they're just faltering on all these attempts to regulate their game, to respond to Washed Up.
Of course, and it isn't only the mistakes by AlphaDux necessarily, it's also just the pure speed and the stuns by Washed Up that are bringing them this victory so far. But Lillerad looking to say something about it, and if they keep the momentum just from that goal, if they try and push that through to the final 3.5 minutes of the game, they might be able to bring this into round 3, but it's going to be a very uphill battle for AlphaDux.
They can do it. Will they do it? We don't know, but they can do it. They just have to make everything right. They have to execute everything perfectly and find these points, and they won't be able to find the stop on the defense in the bubble. It'll be another 2 points to Washed Up. It's very, very, very unlikely that they'll come back. 3 minutes on the clock. They can still do something, though.
Yeah, Washed Up looking immediately to shut down the momentum of AlphaDux, doing very well. It seems that as soon as they get the disc on, like almost every single time that they've gotten the disc, it's been a goal, just because of the great way that they play it. And of course, it isn't just as easy as just play better than the other team. It's a lot more difficult than that. And of course, sometimes it may just be a little bit little bit frustrating to hear that sometimes. But I mean, they do have to make changes if they do want to combat this, the playstyle of Washed Up, as it was very similar, as I mentioned, to Smash Dash's playstyle, as a Ninja Knight tries to go for that back pass, but again, Washed Up are just too quick on the stacks and the stuns, and now Finn just looking to walk this up. There just needs to be more pressure again on the offense there, but there comes Stoty with a great dive, but nothing really comes of it as it goes straight back to Boop, and now looking for an open pass, and the pressure from Ninja Knight will leave that pass open, and Finn's just going to walk this in again for another 2-pointer. It's just seeing further and further away now for Alpha Ducks from being able to bring this back.
Alpha Ducks, what they needed to have done for those past 30 seconds was they needed to get their stacks going and just play at a breakneck pace. They can't play any bit of defense because they just have to put all their cards into offense and try and put points on the board, but 90 seconds on the clock, they're down by 11 points. It's going to be very hard to do anything right now.
Oh, especially if you can't even get a dunk. Oh my, that one being stolen a couple of times, but going for the dunk, and it's just stolen very quickly by the stack on Washed Up, and that surely will deny the game for Alpha Ducks. I mean, even if it was possible to get the points, which it definitely isn't at this point. Even if it was, though, the mentality has got to be down the drain now for Alpha Ducks.
And I hate to do this. I hate to make these predictions so early. We still have 50 seconds on the clock. But we've watched Alpha Ducks play the second game. They played the first game against Smash Dash. They lost in 2 rounds. And they contested Smash Dash. They almost had the first round. But we just saw them not able to keep up. And they just kept getting beat down. And we just watched this happen. And they'll lose in the bubble again. I'm at a loss for words. The offensive player of Washed Up, bad internet, was under double coverage, able to get double stunts and then find the shot on goal at 6 meters. And this is just incredible play from Washed Up.
Oh, that was hard to watch. Just being on, I've been in that position many times before, when you're down and there is going to extend the lead even more. Not quite going to be a mercy for Washed Up, but bad internet taking in that 1-on-3 after blocking the stun first of all, and then just walking that up past 2 defenders. That's got to be an absolute dagger for Alpha Ducks, and they've still got a game to play. They've still got to play Team Gravity, which is definitely not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. So, I mean, I don't want to make any predictions against Alpha Ducks for the moment, but it's definitely going to need a mega reset on the mind of Alpha Ducks here.
Alpha Ducks needs to come away from this match, take their few minutes to breathe, to collect themselves, to get a strategy and a game plan for this next game, and just figure out what they need to do to change it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And going to the stats, we see Washed Up pull away plenty here, just on the team stats. We see them pull a little bit ahead on the possession, but 27 shots taken against 9 of Alpha Ducks. So, I mean, plenty of shots taken that game, but only a couple of them being successful. And usually the ones where they have plenty of people in the bubble, but that just didn't happen very often. So, I mean, we saw Gravity beat Washed Up last round when Washed Up did play Team Gravity. Gravity came ahead, so I'm not sure how Alpha Ducks are going to pull ahead from Gravity, but maybe if Gravity have different enough of a playstyle and they can counter that, then maybe they can pull ahead with that one. But for now, it's going to be Washed Up looking to take this game.
Washed Up just has to do another great performance in this second round. No, excuse me, that was 2 rounds. This is the end of the game. Or is this? Yeah, this is the end of the second game. So it will be Washed Up taking it decisively over Alpha Ducks. So we are waiting for this 3rd round matchup. We will transition to that. But as we do this post-game briefing, it's, Alpha Ducks, they just need to change it up. They need to find their rhythm, and they need to they need to come out of the gates a lot stronger than they did for the past 2 games. And they're struggling, but they can do this. They can find a rhythm, and they can finish this day strong.
Yeah, and that being said, I think we're going to move on to the next game, which for us is going to be, we're going to follow Alpha Ducks to the journey and against Team Gravity. So, yeah, we'll see you then.
Hello and welcome to this third game matchup today. This is the final game you'll be seeing today on VRML Channel 2. We have Team Gravity in orange facing off against Alpha Ducks in blue. Alpha Ducks has been playing for the past 2 games, and we will see their last game on VRML Channel 2 today. I'm Sputnik Cobra. I'm with my co-caster Swift and SoMuchForSubtlety on cams.
How's it going, everyone? Yeah. This is Team Gravity. Gravity being unbeaten so far in round robin. (17-6) and 17-9 against Wash.
And we seem to be losing a little bit of a connection with Swift, so I will take over for the moment. But he has all the info about these teams that I don't have. We've been casting a lot together, and when I do NA and he co-casts with me, I tend to lead most of the casting because I know a lot of the subject matter of the teams, and when we flip sides and we're in EU, I really lean heavily on his skills and his knowledge. So I'm really hoping he gets back soon, because we could always use his insight and analysis. Swift is invaluable. But Team Gravity just playing like they're on fire today, unstoppable, looking to secure this last win and have no losses for the day. So we will see if that does happen in this last matchup between Team Gravity and Alpha Ducks. Alpha Ducks having lost their previous 2 matches. We've been a little harsh on them. They've had a hard time today, and We're really looking forward to this third match. They've been trying to get into a rhythm. They've been trying to find their flow, and hopefully they'll find it in this third and final matchup of today. And I believe Swift is back. Are you with me?
I believe I am. I had quite a bit of packet loss happening there. I was just watching the graph go up, and I was like, no! But reconnecting, I think it's fine now. So, yeah, as I was mentioning, Gravity pulling ahead before with 2 very convincing wins. I'm not sure how much of that you heard, but yeah, I kind of lost what I was talking about now.
Well, you were talking about Team Gravity and the team dynamics. I think you were talking about the players themselves.
Right. So on Gravity, I can talk a little bit personally with some of the players of Gravity, because of course they've been here since pretty much the very start of the game as a team, and individually as players. Simon and Lewis obviously coming in with the stack themselves. Maybe the fastest stack in Europe, maybe the fastest stack in VRML. Nobody really knows, but I mean they are very well known for that. I'll just leave it there. And pretty much every single team is basically putting their strategy against Gravity. Basically just leans upon breaking that stack up between Simon and Lewis. That's really how pivotal it is. And I mean, such a great pair. And of course, Viatrax and Al Pacino being great defenders. Al Pacino being, in my humble opinion, one of the greatest goalies, to be honest, in VRML, and coming ahead with a ton of saves. And of course, Viatrax as well. I believe they may have swapped positions a couple of times, goalie and defender. I actually don't know. I'm kind of just winging it here. But over on the AlphaDux side, we saw them struggle to pick up a little bit of pace in the last couple of games. But hopefully, with the different playstyle of Gravity compared to the other 2 teams, hopefully they can pull ahead a little bit here. It's on Ninja Knight, who actually... I don't believe many other people know about this, but the team I'm currently in, which used to be Fusion, he actually started, but unfortunately left before the preseason. So got a lot of things to thank him for. But anyways, we're going to kick it off in neutral joust, and I do suspect Gravity is going to come ahead with this one. Actually, not by much, and it's going to be Stoty taking the disc for AlphaDux. But oh no, already there's a headbutt for AlphaDux, and yeah, it does seem like they're trying to find some momentum here, and here's Stoty with a great shot over down there by the tunnel, so that might be the momentum they need to kick off the start of this game.
Stoty with the 29-meter shot. That's exactly what AlphaDux needs. This is the morale boost. This is the momentum. They need to carry through with it, and they need to keep strong.
Absolutely they do. I mean, a couple of mistakes there from Gravity, and that's all it really took for AlphaDux to get the initial 3 points. And Simon and Lewis again, as I mentioned earlier, they're passing it now just between themselves. Simon finding himself an open pass briefly, but he is stunned there by Ninja Knight. Good recognition there on the defense of AlphaDux, now just holding it back and waiting. Very well played here. They're just playing all the time. They don't need to waste time at this point. I mean, of course it would be preferable, but eventually he's going to get stunned. They're holding the disc a little bit too long now. And Viatrax is going to get that pass over to Simon, who's going to try and walk this up the bubble, baiting a little bit there until the goalie's stunned, and he does get the 2 points. I think he was looking for the 3-pointer there, going back up and waiting for Viatrax to stun him, so very good comms there. Unfortunately, they're only picking up the 2.
An 8-meter 2 at that, so it will be joust advantage. Back to AlphaDux. AlphaDux up by 1, 8 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. This is the second round. They lost the first round. They need to win this round to force a third round and have any chance of taking this game.
Absolutely, and here comes Lewis with an absolute rocket of a shot. Unfortunately, just dinging off the shield there. And Al Pacino's going to take all the time in the world with this disc until he is pressured, and there he is. Viatrax now looking for that pass to Lewis, but a great save there by Stoty. We've seen a lot of great defensive plays by Stoty already today. That stack just missing. In fact, could be costly, but they don't get stunned out. So that is a very good improvement there, and they do manage to get back on the defense. So already we're seeing some great improvements from AlphaDux coming in from the last game, and the defense is already back, and they are covering way better I'm seeing this game than they were before. Lewis now coming in with the pass that's only just left open by Simon, but a great save there by Stotty. The shot not really having that much mustard on it there from Simon. Could have been a little bit fast there, but that 3-point shot being just caught there by Viatrex. But already just some really good play already by AlphaDux, and there's a stack that they need to get the intercept and keep the possession.
But they keep making these small errors. Every time they get 1 foot ahead, they get 2 feet back. So they'll get this chance, and it will go off the crossbar. They'll pick it back up under pressure, sending it to the tube, and it will sail towards this bubble of AlphaDux.
Oh, and here comes that stack between Lewis and Al Pacino, but just dinging again, so returning the ding, returning the favour, if you will. Lewis here looking for that pass to Simon, just bouncing off the top there in the sky. Simon looking for this pass now to Lewis, and looking to space themselves out a little bit. Here Viatrex finding an open pass to Al Pacino, and then scooping it up from behind, but just a point ahead, and if AlphaDux can keep up what we saw earlier from them and cut out the very small minor errors, which I mean, needless to say, is going to be very difficult, but they should be able to at least take a couple of rounds here.
And it will be in the hands of Stotty. Stotty under pressure. They will lose it to this boost from Gravity, and Gravity will send the shot out. Will be off target, but this quick boost from behind to come in and get possession, sending along the wall. They'll try and get the shot attempt, and they'll find it as Lewis is able to just navigate his way around this defense and put it in at 1 meter.
That's a very difficult situation for the defense to deal with there. A player on the backboard, he's got plenty of space to juke around, and Lewis does exactly that, and a very good job by Lewis to stack that and get the jukes that he needed to get that goal. But this stack being briefly stunned. Actually, it's going to be Stotty making it just through with the disc being missed a little bit by Gravity, and that's going to make them now just a point behind Gravity at this point.
And this is what AlphaDux needed. They're sticking in this match. It's almost halftime. 7 seconds till halftime. AlphaDux is looking like a totally different team. So whatever they did between these games, it was necessary. And they'll lose the pass off the floor. It will be picked up by Martin. Martin looking to capitalize on this turnover. And they will not be able to find the pass. Will go in the hands of this defense of Team Gravity. And with the tube clear, it will not find its target and will bounce back towards that bubble into the hands of Martin III.
Yeah, I have to completely agree by Rabbit there in the chat. AlphaDux are doing so much better against Gravity. Maybe it's because of the different playstyle of Team Gravity. Maybe it's because AlphaDux have been focusing on Team Gravity and countering them. Or they just reset their mental game. Whatever they did, it's definitely worked. Gravity here, though, looking for the shot. Not going to work the first time. Simon, not going to work the second time either. Is it going to be third time lucky? Lewis looking for the shot. Now on 3 defenders, but he is going to make it through. Very strange. Missing the 2 3-pointers. And of course, an open goal is the hardest goal. Just because of the pressure that is on you. And of course, I have to just say that's probably why they missed the first couple of shots.
So we'll be joust advantage back to AlphaDux. They're down by 3. They'll send it right to Stotty at the wall. Stotty will send it up to mid, and they'll miss the following pass. It will be a scramble for possession. Will go into the hands of Lewis, and Lewis will send the clear out through mid.
He's going to bounce pretty close to the goal, actually. Just missing Stotty's hands there. And Lewis here looking for the open pass to Viatrex, and that's going to be a good one. But Simon, missing the pass to Simon, but oh, the ding by Simon, and it gets stolen. The karma, and wow, that's gonna be amazing to watch. Lewis now coming in with the pass to Viatrex. Wow, Simon getting absolutely stuffed there at the post. That's going to be a great moral booster for AlphaDux if they needed it. But they do manage to get back the disc. Gravity looking for it now. Al Pacino looking for this pass against Viatrex. A little bit less coverage coming in because there are less defenders, but Martin III doing a great job reading that pass. And Lil Rad now looking to take a little bit more time, waiting for his stack to get through, and there it is, but just missing the hands of Martin. But Stoty is able to pick it up, get that pass over to Ninja Knight, and they are able to get that pass over to Martin. But a great save from Al Pacino, as I mentioned him earlier, making another great save. Simon here just floating him in by himself, this time not with the stack with Lewis. But that shot will be a little bit too quick, and it's going to be saved by the stack of Alpha Ducks.
So with 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, it's still a 3-point game. Alpha Ducks is still in this. They had 2 big losses in the previous games, and they're looking to get a win in this first round. So, but not able to find that save behind goal. They had 2 players in goal. They didn't delegate tasks correctly. One of those players could have challenged that player, Lewis and Mo, on the backboard. Could have made a stop, but they just weren't able to quickly coordinate.
Yeah, and just covering the player on the back, usually being Lewis at the back there, as I've noticed. And you need to get that covered because it's so difficult to save it that it's kind of just a 50-50, kind of just hoping that you'll save it at that point. And as great as a goalie as Stoty is, I mean, that's just a ridiculous save all the time. There's no way you're going to get that save 100% of the time, and you do just need to stop the pass so that you don't have to force the goalie to try and save that shot.
So we'll be possession to Lewis at mid, and we'll send it up to Viatrex. Viatrex will send it right to Al Pacino, and they'll have this advantage down court. They'll miss the pass, they'll try and get it off the Geo, but this incredibly quick boost from Alpha Ducks comes in, but they're not able to get it out of their bubble. Go back to the hands of Team Gravity. Team Gravity will miss that shot. It'll be another scramble for possession.
That being incredibly unfortunate. They look for the back pass and it hit the post, but this pass looks almost good, and it actually almost transformed into a shot there for Martin, being pressured by his stack, called out by his teammates in the comms there. Very well communicated that, and now Gravity not quite getting the stacks that I actually expected from them after that missed pass, but Simon is able to recollect the disc anyway, with a 5-point lead with 30 seconds remaining. It's going to need to be a goal from Alpha Ducks basically right now, but it looks like it's going to be Gravity taking this first round.
And Alpha Ducks just looks like they're conceding this match in the last few seconds. They're just not quickly contesting or getting it back into position. Hopefully they're not beat down already. We're hoping for a great second round. I made the mistake earlier of saying that this was the second round. We are still in the first round of this third game, and Simon will get the shot at 4 meters with the pass from Viatrex to Shield, and they will securely take this first round victory.
And they can't slack off now. Alpha Ducks, they looked really, really good in the first half of that round, and hopefully they can just bring that forward, that they did play much better this game than they did the last 2. And yeah, essentially they were only 5 points down. I mean, they conceded the 2 at the end. I don't think they were focusing as much because they were kind of done with the round, because it was a little bit unwinnable at that point. So I don't think they were defending as hard as they would have otherwise been. So basically a 5-point lead, and against Team Gravity at that, which arguably is a little bit of a testament to how much Alpha Ducks have improved even over the last couple of games. And maybe they've managed to get a mental reset, and they might have to do another one right now.
This is our third back-to-back. I don't know if that's redundant saying 3 and then saying it so many times, but nonetheless, this is the third match that we've watched Alpha Ducks play. We have seen them lose the 5 previous rounds, including this round, or the last current round. So I want to see Alpha Ducks win something. I want to see them succeed. They're a good team. They've just not been able to get started today. Everything has been a non-starter. They find some success, they lose their rhythm. They find some success, they lose their rhythm. And then things start they start having cascading failures. So they're trying to get this mental game, whatever they're trying to do. I want to see them pull away a victory in the second round.
And Alpha Ducks coming in with really good defense. They had 5 saves that game, which really kind of showed. And Alpha Ducks this time actually not making it to that stack, and that's going to be a pass to Al Pacino, but the ding will actually deny the 2-pointer, recollected by Viatrex, and he's going to pass that back to Simon, taking plenty of time, baiting that pass out, and again just taking as much time with it as they need, and just passing this back and forth. There's no need to rush at this point. I mean, it's just the start of the round. That pass to Opportuno comes through, and he is just going to walk that up eventually for the 2-pointer.
What are you chatting about, Simon?
It was very methodical. They took their time. They weren't rushed. You could see their body language. They weren't rushed. And they got the right pass, and they took the shot attempt at 4 meters, and they found it. So it will be 2 points to Team Gravity to start the second round. 9 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock.
So that's amazing in this game, that you can just tell how rushed people are just by the way that they're throwing. It's kind of incredible. I mean, just as you would in any other sport. And we've been mentioning this a couple of times in just the conversations we've been having. But this isn't really an e-sport, it's more a VR sport. The E is kind of redundant because it's kind of implied in VR. So VR sport, and it is, I mean, just like that. And you can tell the body language exactly as you could in real life.
It just looks like they're not getting set up. They'll find that shot. They'll find the 2 points at 8 minutes, 20 seconds. That's what they need. AlphaDux is still in this. We're in the second round. So we're not casting like this like they're already out of it, but AlphaDux is finding success, finding rhythm. They got to stick to it. They got to play hard, and they got to really challenge this Team Gravity in the second round.
Well, that really caught me off guard. The pass coming in very deep for AlphaDux as Gravity just leaving it. Maybe missed the stack, and the disc just came loose and found AlphaDux's hands, and yeah, it was a good opportunity by them. Taken again now by Ninja Knight, taking that shot I think a little bit too quickly, but nevertheless still going to make it into Lil Rad's hands as he does accept the disc, and now it's going to be 4-2 to AlphaDux. So now with the 2-point lead, they've still got 7.5 minutes to again, I mean, no doubt we will definitely see some more points, but we just need to see them keep the rhythm. Whatever they're doing right now, they're doing it very well, and it looks like they're keeping their stacks together very well to keep the pressure onto Gravity, so that they have to rush their stuff a little bit more. We're seeing the playstyle of Gravity now very, very relaxed at the moment, and AlphaDux just trying to disrupt that a little bit. It is being disrupted a little bit by the bounce off of Martin's head, and now coming in with this pass from Simon to Lewis, and back to Simon, and just before he's about to get that shot off, the great dive there from one of the defenders of AlphaDux to stop that 2-pointer. Great defense there, but here's going to be Viatrex retrying this, and he's just going to put it straight down below, but great initial defense there by AlphaDux. They just need to get it out and get their stack away so that they can get a counterattack.
That last approach to goal from Simon, you saw that full windup, but it looked almost lackadaisical. Just an incredibly slow windup, like they're just going through the motions, that they don't need to put forth much effort against this AlphaDux team. And AlphaDux is putting everything forth. They're trying to take this second round. They're not taking any chances, and they want this win.
And there goes one of the infamous passes, I guess, of Team Gravity. Kind of known for not working out too well. We've seen quite a few own goals over the course of VRML. But that time working out, and going through to Lil Rad, who's going to get that clear straight down. They now just need that stack, and Lil Rad's actually going to be first to this disc, and he's going to be able to slam that in for the 2. And they are going to take the 2-point lead yet again. So, I mean, while Gravity's playing pretty, methodical and pretty, I don't know, pretty lazy, I guess you could say. It seems like AlphaDux are definitely taking their opportunities here, and they are scoring when they can, and that might actually bring them this second round and force a three-round game, but it's going to be still very difficult for AlphaDux to keep this, as we've seen how easy it kind of seems for Team Gravity to just take the lead straight back. Simon here, not wasting any time there, but still taking it very slowly, and he's going to take that in for the 2. He's going to ding it. I believe he did that on purpose. He dinged it off the post to bait the shot, and then took the slam dunk.
It's a tie game. 4 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Alpha Ducks has joust advantage. They need to immediately capitalize on this joust advantage, turn it into points, keep this momentum going, and if they keep this back and forth scoring going, as long as they score first and maintain that, they'll keep this lead and get this second round win.
Yeah, and then that clear from Alpacino, not going all the way through, but Lewis stealing this yet again. And it's going to be straight back to Simon, who's actually going to slap it. That's so close. Oh my goodness, that shot from Simon was so ridiculous. Anyway, Al Pacino recollecting now, and back to Viatrex, and going to try and get that past to Lewis. Gravity a little bit out of position here. He's going to find Simon, but he's going to get the block. He is going to lose the disc though in that opportunity. So Al Pacino again is going to look to recollect this.
And Alpha Ducks needs to stop this attempt at the bubble, and it will bounce off the crossbar at that slap attempt, and it'll be back in the hands of Viatrex of Team Gravity.
Simon here just taking it again, and they need to cover that back pass now, being Simon behind the goal. They really need to cover that pass behind the goal. It seems almost every single goal they've conceded has been from that back line.
Team Gravity just taking their time, finding openings in this defense, and executing all the shots that they can get, so they will have a 2-point lead now. This is the first time in the second round that Alpha Ducks has been down. Alpha Ducks needs to get right back on the board and find some success and continue doing what they were doing before.
Oh, and the steal from Lilrad might give them the 2-point opportunity, but the stun from Viatrex will deny it yet again. And Alpha Ducks, they need to find their stack, but it won't be found as a couple of them are stunned. But a couple of stuns on Gravity actually there by Martin, and that's going to deny that initial attack. So able to get that coverage on Lewis that we saw earlier, but Lewis is just able to push through and stun the goalie out, which it does cause that shot to be straight in from Simon.
A little bit of a dramatic reaction from Stody, the goalkeeper of Alpha Ducks. Definitely not happy that he was unable to make that save.
And yeah, now Gravity finding themselves 4 points ahead, pulling away the most they've seen now this round. And Alpha Ducks not responding this time. It seems that almost every single time that Gravity here has scored, Alpha Ducks have responded, but that's the first time they haven't. And maybe Gravity hard countering the play there, but Viatrex now finding the disc off that missed shot, and Simon looking for another one. Gonna juke around 3 defenders, but Ninja Knight eventually is gonna get him stunned there, and that clear from Lilrad, but they need to find the stack, but it is disrupted very heavily by Lewis. That's 3 players that just one of the Team Gravity members has managed to get out of the game.
And that was a chance for Alpha Ducks to pull ahead. They could have easily had a 3 from that, but the stun stopped it from even getting off the tracks. Like, just every chance that they get stopped. But they'll have this one as Little Rat finds it at 3 meters, so it's a 2-point game. They'll lose one attempt and they'll gain another. Little Rat able to capitalize off of it. So 90 seconds on the clock, it's still anyone's game.
Absolutely, and I mean, I'm gonna sound like a broken record at this point, but Alpha Ducks are playing so much better now than they were before, and it seems like Gravity found a way to counter them at first, but it seems that they've countered the counter of sorts. As much as I believe, Gravity were doing a lot more stuns towards that point, which were getting the Alpha Duck stacks away, which were primarily causing the point turnovers, but it seems that Gravity found a way to cover that, but it just got stopped again, and there's the 3-pointer, and the goalie's covered by Lewis, and that he's going to go straight in from Simon. Really, really good communication from Gravity, and that team synergy really showing.
And you see how smooth and easy it was. They're not rushing themselves. They're not panicking themselves. They're taking their time and finding these shots on this defense.
Absolutely, their name being very fitting. They don't have to force anything. It kind of just falls into place because of Gravity, and that one being a little bit of a bold shot there. And with only 20 seconds remaining, and it looks like it's going to be completely sealed now. Gravity taking the second round, and that is definitely going to seal the deal. Viatrex eventually getting that dunk after a couple of passes from Gravity. And Alpha Ducks unfortunately not finding any wins in this round robin.
Today has been a hard day for Alpha Ducks. Just not able to find any success take away a round from any team. It's been a pleasure to cast them. I really wanted to see a round victory, this round victory against Team Gravity, but they weren't able to pull it off. So they will fall in all the games that we've casted today. I don't mean to say it like that. You know I have a lot of love for you, all on Alpha Ducks. And I can't wait to see what you guys have in store for us in the second season.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't really know what happened today. Yesterday, they seemed great. I mean, we did a scrim yesterday. As I was mentioning earlier, just in the private comms between me and Sputnik, we scrimmed them yesterday, and they seemed really good. They beat our team like 20-something to 3. So, I mean, they were playing really great yesterday, but I'm not really sure what happened. And it's not exactly like we lose that hard every single time. It just seemed like Alpha Ducks were playing really clean and very well yesterday. But I'm really not sure what happened. Whether it's the getting tilted, or not finding the mental serenity that they wanted for this game. But yeah, nevertheless, still fortunately going to fall in all 3 rounds today.
Yeah, and to quote Jerry Stiller, serenity now, and they won't find it. They won't be able to find any peace. Alpha Ducks will have a hard day and a hard finish for the season. But a really great series of games that we've seen today, that we've casted, that we've all experienced on VRML Channel 2. And it's just been a pleasure to be here with all of you and to cast for all of you and engage with all of you. So with that being said, I'm Sputnik Cobra. We've got so much for Subtlety on cams, and I'm going to leave it up to Swift to lead us out.
Alright, yeah, so hope you guys join us later on for the American matchups, and also tomorrow for the rest of EU. But that's been it for now. I've been Swift, that's been Sputnik Cobra, and so much for Subtlety on the cams, and we'll see you next time.